Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Made in Abyss Season 2 episode number 12 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was Nanaji came in with Belaf, which was a big surprise, and we because we thought he was dead, but he was able to keep his life up until the end and hang on to it for the final little time so that he could come and go and confront Fapta. And technically Faputa and he came in face to face, and there she Faputa got to see all the memories of the happy portions that Faputa's mom spent. And up until now she only knew about the bad parts, so now the happy parts she got to know, and that's what started to make her waver. After that, Belaf died, and it seemed as if Faputa's kind of slowing down. But then because the village has been destroyed and all of that, um people not people, sorry, but the monsters from outside starts coming in. And that was like a huge problem, obviously, because number one, Faputa was little by little starting to change her mind. So now a new problem comes in, and Faputa gets entangled with that. Faputa gets started, like, even though she's immortal, a lot of monsters come in. That's why she's not able to handle it. And it's a complete mess. Like, it's a Faputa is being killed. Not only Faputa, all the villagers are also being killed little by little. And Faputa was like, why am I, is this why I'm immortal, to go through this pain? And a surprising thing happens where the villagers come in and starts feeding Faputa their own body parts. Because Faputa is the most important part. No, sorry, important part, not sorry. She's the most important person in that place, the one with the most value. These people think a lot about value. And yeah, that's what they were doing, which kind of makes Faputa understand. And she, little by little, we can see that she is kind of changing, hopefully. And like I said, up until now she only knew the bad parts. Now she also knows the positive parts of this thing. Like, that's basically the abyss. There's good and bad. Like, you have to embrace both of them, otherwise you won't be able to live. Up until now Faputa knew about only the negative parts of how her mom was mistreated, exploited, all of that. But now she's learning of all the good sections, the positive sections. And yeah. And after that, we get, there's like a weird thing happens. Faputa's eye starts glowing, kind of looks like Reg's helmet. So I don't know what happened there. I'm guessing this episode will tell us. But that brings out like a question, is like, just like how it was told before, that if Reg uses a lot of his incinerator, he's going to lose the power. Is something similar going to happen to Faputa as well? If I don't know, like, let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the final episode of this season, and this is a 1 hour special. Technically not 1 hour, it's I think 47 minutes. So yeah, it's a long, a long episode. So let's get started. So this is the final episode of the season, and I'm guessing we're going to get a conclusion to this. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, oh, what was his name? I forgot. Oh my god, it's glowing now. Great. Damn! Jurimo, yeah, that's his name. I forgot for a moment. All right. Oh my god. Okay. Explosive scales. Oh my god, here we go. That's the mark. Okay, yeah, this is bringing a like, is she a relic or something? Like, what's going on? Like, relics are supposed to have that mark, don't they? Or I'm not sure. I think so. That's what. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Oh boy, gold. Oh, is this like a flashback? Let's see. Oh, is this where she meets Gagu? I think so. Ah, I was wondering where they met. Like, okay, I'm guessing we're going to get our answers here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What? Oh my god. Oh no. Probably. Oh, wait, she's bringing him body parts or something? Ah, oh, wow, that's interesting. uh, okay. She can kind of talk now, like broken language. Interesting. So, at first she was walking in four legs. Now she can probably walk in two legs. Yeah. Okay. Filing. Oh, accumulating she and who? Ah, the three lines. Ah, so this is how Haku is born. Then Haku. Yep. Did he give her the name Fapta? Uh, yeah, Faputa. Hmm. Not that. Ah, well, depends. Ah, wait, when did they meet Reg then? Like, this happens after. Yeah, so after this, they met Reg, then she kept waiting for him, and then this is happening. Okay. Yeah. And now she takes the white whistle, Prushka, so that Namachi is there. Oh my god. Ah, she, okay. Wow. That was the meaning of the markings that she did. That was Haku, and that was, yeah, and she brings her to. I guess she gave it to Gabu so that Gabu can take it. Yeah, because she would never go in. She cannot go inside the village. Dozen words. Ah, yeah, to keep them exactly. Too many eyes. She's just socially awkward, basically that. uh, oh my god. There you go. We have the full picture now. That's what happened. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, Mars here. Okay. Rico's conscious. Probably on top of yeah. Oh wait, changed his form? Oh, there they are. You look like a bug. Hmm. Hmm. They all kind of expected this. Everyone expected this. Look at Ma. Yeah. Wazukyan. Oh, there he is. Oh my god. Wait, where is Rueko? Wasn't she here? Did she like beat him up and leave or something? She beat him up. Oh boy. Yeah. Don't involve her in your messed up plans. Well, true. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Well, it went back to their base. Oh wow, that's hopefully, hopefully. Hmm. Like they said, like he wanted to make like a village of wow, village of Rico so that they can continue adventuring. Hmm. For going on in the abyss, so many people does so many things. Accumulation. Ah. Hmm. Just like Haku. Curiosity. The overlapping of more frightening than something more frightening than unfulfilled wish. Oh wow. What a great. She's like, yeah, you're all screwed by the end of it. So have fun. Have fun in the journey at least. That's basically his ending words. Hmm. Oh boy. Paputa. What the, what's up with you? Oh wait, what? They're all part of the village. That's why, you know. Yeah, they're all part of the village as they'll probably go with them, I'm guessing. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, what's this guy's name? Mepopo. 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 What? Substitute? Who is Paco Yan? Paco's... Wait, who's Paco Yan? Oh, this girl. I love Ma making noises. What? Oh yeah, that thing. We forgot about it. Yeah. Uh, oh wow. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Ah. Oh, it's Virgo. Okay. Yeah. Oh, when she came out to ask for help from these people. Ah. Yeah, that was the decision that she took herself, and like this is where it led her to, which was a good like, decision, even though so many things happened. By the end, if you look at it, look at the whole thing, it was a good decision she took. Positive outcome it was. Like, this show gives us a good moral that not everything is good in this world. There's also so many bad things, but we have to find out the good things among all the bad things. That's the only way we can survive. That is basically made in abyss. Oh my god. Oh, her legs are. Oh no, what's happening? What? Oh, the curse. Wait, is this a curse? Oh no, 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 this is not the curse. She's coming out of the village. That's why. Oh no. Oh. Oh my god. So this is what happens when the villagers try to go out. No, wait, but. Oh no, this is a curse. Never mind. Oh. Yeah, she never was affected by it. She's not the people of this village. The village doesn't affect her. Oh my god. Wait, who's this? This is Rico. No, this is that girl. Oh my god, this girl is also. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's the end. She's out of the village. Oh. So she got affected by the curse while this girl, yeah, got affected by the, yeah. Yeah. Loss of humanity. Since the village is crumbling, it's not working. Like, the curse is, yeah. Oh my god, this is still going on. Ah, yep, that's. Yeah. Oh, concentrate. Hmm. All right. Oh boy. Yeah. And I don't think he can use his incinerator. He can probably, but what? Oh, okay, so she's going to. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, she's getting affected. So this affects her as well. Oh no. Oh, damn. Oh, there you go. He's using the. Yeah, just drag him out. Drag him out of the village. Oh, probably. Yeah, he's too heavy. Never mind. Ah, yeah. Hmm. We have other things to do now. Value needed in order to. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's that a good idea. Oh, whoa. What? Okay. Oh. Now, oh, there you go. He broke it. All right. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Hmm. What? Not only children. Yeah, that's why the wish got. Yeah, not only did she wanted a lot of other things. That's why the wish got distorted. Okay, here we go. And the village is going to get destroyed. Yeah. Oh. uh, oh my god. Oh. What will do? Yeah, she let them live. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't think she's going to die. Someone's going to save her. I don't know who. Oh, there you go. Like this doesn't give us the vibe of her dying. Thank God. Okay. What is that? Oh, she made it. Oh, the little dolls she had. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what is? Oh, he's feeding her to give her the last bit of energy. Oh wait, he's inside her. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Great. Now Majika is possessing Pup. Hmm. Oh no! Please don't. Oh my God! Stop! What the hell? What's going on? Where's Ma? Oh boy, is it going to, yeah. Is it going to feed on it? Oh no. Oh boy. Where is Ma? Oh, since they're out of the village, is that why? Oh my god. Like, I should have expected this since Ma is from that village. Yeah, he would have disappeared either way by the end. Like, Vuk is an exception because she never became a part of the village. That's why she's still here up until the end. But everyone else will disappear. Hmm. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's why. That's why she never knew about her because Irumi never wanted her to. Yeah, probably using the mother's remains. What? Oh, a little. Oh, yeah, that's what he promised her, like after we deal with your problem, come with us. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Uh, yeah, she can. Yeah, that's what she probably would say. Yeah, she's not going to join them. Hmm. Well, yeah, she can probably just join them whenever. Free from you. Mm, that's it. See you later. Oh, wow. So I'm curious, what is Reg and their crew going to do now? Like this is the sixth layer. Like, will they go even more deeper? Like, I guess that's what they're going to do. I don't know. And obviously, like Paputa said that she's technically not going to join them. They're just going to just roam around, and probably now and then, like she'll cross her paths with them or something like that, I guess. And I guess since she's immortal, and she probably won't have any problem with the curse. So just like Reg. Okay, that's it. Yep. Okay. So I'm curious, is like, like I'm not sure, I'm not even sure what, like, is the source material, like, is Made in Abyss actually a manga or is it a light novel? I am not quite sure. Like, I'm not even sure if this has, like the manga. I'm guessing the manga, if it's a manga, then probably it's continuing. Like, yeah, this is not the end of the journey. So maybe in the future we'll get like a season 3 or something. But like season 1 came out so many years ago, and we got season 2 this amount of years later. So I'm guessing season 3 will also be something like that. We'll have to wait a long time or something, like 4 or 5 years or something. But anyways, okay, so this was the final episode. We get like a proper conclusion to everything. Now, okay, the first thing that happens is, obviously we saw, now that question still did not get answered. What was that mark in Faputa's eyes? Like, it looked like a relic. Like, I don't think we had any kind of explanation for that. Maybe they'll go to it in the future or something. Maybe in the future sections of the story we'll actually get to know more about that. So I don't know. Anyways, okay, so we begin with Fapta starting the fight with those monsters, and Jurimo was also there with her. He was also fighting, and yeah, while he, like, while she was keeping those monsters busy, we get a little flashback, and that flashback showed us how Faputa met Gabu. Now, this was something I was curious about, because in the previous little flashback that we saw that she already knew Gabu, and that little flashback showed us how she met Rek. So I was like, okay, so we got to know how she met Rek, but how did she met Gabu? This episode gave that to us, and we get to see how she met him. He was just in, like, like a cave, and she just came across him, and he talks, like, he just talks about how how he is, wait a minute, what does he say? Oh, he says, like, I've already been broken and cannot take any action, so I appreciate if you don't do anything to me further. And at first, obviously, like, like she got surprised that there's suddenly like a thing buried in the ground starts talking. Like, everyone will get surprised. So she was kind of like, getting a bit cautious around it. But like, little by little, kind of, like, gets used to Gabu. At first, like, uses the tail to, I don't know, mark the territory, like Gabu says, like, what are you doing? Are you marking your territory or something? Like, is is that what you're doing? And then she goes to sleep, because the temperature was a little bit higher or something. And from that point onwards, we get to see how she little by little gets accustomed to Gabu, and little by little gets to know his language, starts talking and understanding him. Now, one thing we should realize here is that at the beginning, Faputa was actually like a wild animal or a cat. She walked in 4 legs. It's always kind of, that sha sha she was doing, like a cat kind of hisses at anything, like, which he or she thinks is a threat to them. And like the way it kind of moves and everything, like the whole marking territory thing, going to sleep, she's a cat. She's basically a cat, and that's how she was. And Now we can see she can actually walk on two legs, which is, I'm guessing the main reason for that is because Gabu probably taught her all the things. Gabu taught her how to speak, like showed her the language, also probably, like kind of imitating Gabu. I'm guessing Faputa also tried to walk, and that's why she's able to walk on two legs. So if she did not meet Gabu, she would have probably been roaming around the place in four legs, just growling and hissing to everyone. That's probably what would have happened if she never met Gabu. Or maybe someone else would have taught her about this. But either way, Gabu was the one who did teach her everything, and like how to speak, how to walk, how to talk, and all that stuff. So little by little we can see Gabu, like she brings Gabu materials to patch himself up, and like those metals and stuff she was bringing him. And here Gabu tells her about the meanings of a few marks. The first initial mark is called shi, which is value. It also means the beginning of desire or a modest wish. Okay. 2 marks is ku, the piling of value beyond desire. It's not only a normal wish, it's beyond that. It's piling up of value, accumulating value. So that is key. Above that is gutsu, 3 marks. Solidification of wish. Now the wish has become solidified. A crystallization of value, it means purity. Okay. The next one is May, which is like like this. Extraordinary value, the liberation of a wish. It means purity and impurity as well as chaos. And the final one, the little head on top of it, which it means Haku, highest value, manifestation of a wish, the shape of a soul, and yeah, that which is irreplaceable. Okay, now obviously Gabu's like, oh, I'm pretty sure you also have a name, but I don't know about it. And at first Faputa was like, oh, I don't want any names and all that. I don't want the names that they gave me and whatnot. And that's why Gabu's like, all right, I'm going to give you a name. You will be called Faputa. Fau and Aputa. Fau means I think immortal, is that word? And immortal, no, I think Fau means princess. No, noble maiden, there you go. And Aputa means immortal. Okay, so there you go. And here Faputa's like, oh, I'll also give you a name. And at first Gabu was like, oh, my name is interference unit, some kind of serial number he's going to probably read, like 0125, something like this. But Faputa was like, no, your name is Gaburun, which means the knight of the princess. I think something like that, the protector of the princess. And then Faputa's like, all right, so let's go and try to find our value, more value. So here, now obviously after this, what happened is she met Reg. Now they did not show that here in this episode because we already saw it before. So this is what happened first, like Faputa got her name, Faputa was able to speak and talk, like kind of move around, and then met, like was able to, what can I say, like move and go on a little journey with Gabu. The first thing that happened. The next thing that happened was she and Gabu met Reg. Everything happened that we saw in the previous episode, and like they made a promise, all that. There you go. Faputa began to wait for Reg to come back. Then this part that comes here after this, after that section, this part comes where one day Faputa goes and sees these 3 people with mania sleeping, and obviously she was like, is this really Reg? Kind of goes towards him and tries to see, and she realizes that's Reg, and she's like, then why the hell did he not come to me? And not only that, she tries to kind of find out who else is here, gets to see Riko, and realizes that, oh, this is probably Reg's Haku, like the person he was trying to find. And Then she goes and smells Nanachi, and she's like, what a nice smelling sosu. And she's like, Greg, you already have Faputa, and yet wait, so why did Nanachi smell good? I genuinely don't understand this. Like, oh, maybe like I don't know, like, yeah, why would she smell nice? Is it because she's, I don't know, she's like a nice person or something? Is that why? I'm not quite sure, but anyways, like, she's like, oh, what a nice smelling person. And she's like, oh, Reg, you already have me, and yet, and then she's like, okay, so she must be like, in the sense, since Riko is Haku, she must be what did she say? Okay, she makes the Haku marking on Riko. If this one is Haku, then that one is likely she. Okay, wait a minute. She means the initial wish, isn't it? Just a second. Let me check it again. Okay, okay. I went back to the Gabu's section where, yeah, she means initial value. Okay, interesting. So wait, wait a minute. I can understand, like, obviously Riko is Haku. Why did she decide that Nanachi is she? Like, I can probably guess she probably like, thought that Riko was Haku, while she herself was Mei. I think the second most important one. Like the crystallization or whatever. No, the liberation of wish. That one, which has, like, the four markings. Only the head is missing. That one. I'm guessing she probably thought that, like, kind of decided that, oh, that is me. Then why is Nanachi she? Shouldn't Nanachi be the other one, where there's like 3 marks, like the third important person or some, I don't know. Why did she, I'm not quite sure what type of calculation she did and gave her the 1 mark only. Like, yeah, like, according to the calculation, if Riko was Haku, and I'm assuming that she thought that she herself was Mei, which is like that mark, only the head missing, the second important. So shouldn't Nanachi be the third important, which is with the 3 marks? Why did she give her 1 mark, which is the initial? I don't know, I really don't have any idea. But anyways, she made some kind of calculation and only gave her she. And yeah, so now it makes so much sense that that was the meaning of the markings. Like, at the beginning of the season, we saw those markings and we're like, she just drew on it randomly. We thought at that moment, no, there was a meaning behind it, and we can see that now. And so after that, like, she takes Prushka, and she's like, all right, I'm going to go and make Prushka better, because like, this is not how she should be. This is not, like, her whole value is not coming out like this. I'll liberate her or something like that. So she takes it to Gabu, and she's like, she gives it to Gabu, and she's like, okay, like, like, you should do something about this. And Gabu's like, all right, fine, I'm going to do something about it, but I'll have to go to the village then. And since you cannot go to the village, I'll do it myself. And Faputa was like, fine, I don't like the fact that we have to go to the village, but nothing else we can do, because there's a good craftsman there. And not only that, we get to see that she also brought the hair of Riko and Nanachi with them. And she says, like, I'm going to use this as like a monster repellent, the thing that she did, kind of stitched it up and put it in those animals because like, Rex would be fine, but these two, Riko and Nanachi, are fragile. They'll probably die. So to keep them protected, I'll do this. And she was like, kind of saying, now obviously Gabu asks her the important question, like, why the hell did you not wake Reg up and talk to him about this? Like what's with the secrecy? Is that what? Wait a minute, where is that part? Yeah, why don't you directly talk with them? That's what he asks her. And she's like blushing and she's like, oh no, like, no, I'm not going to do that. Just a sec, what did she say? Okay, if you were to show them the way, there should be no need for such things. Don't like lots of ice. Oh, sorry. There you go. Like I said, she's basically her social anxiety kicked in. That's basically why. So there you go. We have our answers. At first, we were like, when the first part of this season started, we saw this episode, the second episode, or was it the third episode? I don't remember. But the episode where we get to see, like Faputa take Prushka away and all these things happening, like those, like, stitched up those animals and put these hairs inside them, all that stuff. We saw that and we were like, what is going on here? What the hell is this? Why did she take Prushka? Why did she do all of this? What's the reasoning behind it? We thought of so many things. This is the answer. And it's like everything. She just wanted to help us out. And since she was shy, she basically wasn't able to talk to us. Basically that. Like, up until now, we thought of so many things. This was basically the reason. So, and even in the previous episode, I think Reg asks her or something like why do you take Prushka from me? And that's when she said, like, Prushka was not okay. Like, like she was being, she was kind of constricted in that, in her form. So I wanted to make her value even shine more. I wanted to take her out of that. So that's why I took her and gave it to the craftsman to make her even better. And that's why I took Prushka from you guys. So she had no bad intentions, obviously. So yeah, like, like we did not know up until now. Here we get to know all of that. Now after that, we get to see they're fighting, like, Nanachi, not Nanachi, sorry, Faputa's fighting with those monsters, while here Rico, Reg, and everyone is on top of Majikaja. Majikaja is like in a new form or something. And after that, we meet Wazukyan, and we have a little conversation with Wazukyan. And Wazukyan asks Rico, like, are you, like, have you not regretted your, like, journey? Like, after coming here, have you regretted it? Or, like, is that what she says? What does he say, actually? Okay, there's something I must ask you. Are you glad? There you go. Are you glad that you have come here? And obviously, we know Rico's answer. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm so happy. Like, this was like, after going into the adventure. This was one of my best times. Like, after coming here this deep, meeting you guys was also such a great experience. I never thought I'd see something like this deep inside the abyss. All that stuff she says. And yeah. Now, one thing that he says is kind of interesting. He says, you see, we wanted to become something beyond human. To penetrate the giant pit, one must surpass being human. That means, as a resident of the netherworld, becoming a hollow, being blessed and gaining power, possessing a body that will triumph over the curse. It's not a single one of those things. Not a single of these things. It's the accumulation, all of these things. Only the piling up of all of these things will make you something beyond human. The toughness cultivated through countless years of nesting up in the netherworld. We see those native villages there. The curiosity and the purity that strives towards the end. Here we get to see Liza, Bondred, and I'm guessing that's what was her name? Oh god, I forgot her name. That girl. Ozen. Was that her name? I forgot. Yeah, I think so. That's her name. And the heaven-sent children guided here, each intermingle, adding to this accumulation. Interesting statement that he makes here is that not any of them, but all the accumulation of that. and right now you're the ones on the very tip of it. So there you go. Now his whole statement is very interesting because it kind of shows that like there's like a weird madness surrounding this abyss. Like everyone who comes here, like like they some kind of madness sets in into them, which makes them like which makes them strive for the end of the abyss. Like it's like a, I don't know, it's like an addiction or something. Like everyone who has this type of a thing within them, they'll do anything and everything for striving to the end of the abyss. For example, Bondred, like for striving to the end of the abyss and winning against everything in the abyss, like kind of he did so many bad things. This guy, like to continue adventuring and all, he did so many things to keep going. Even after coming here, even after Rico comes here, he still kind of made like a plan to probably make a Rico village so that they can continue adventuring, like that. I'm pretty sure that was part of his plan. I'm like 100% sure. Like when Narachi says this in the previous episode, it struck me and I'm like, yeah, that was probably part of his plan. But obviously he cannot fulfill that now because he's already dying. So yeah, so there you go. Like this is the thing, like it's crazy, like how like this abyss is such a thing which makes all the like people who strive for the end of it into like a complete like kind of like makes them kind of mad in this manner, and they like will do anything and everything to reach the end of the abyss, which kind of makes me think about something else. Is that like I feel like Rico falls in the same category, like her, but I guess her main goal is to find her mom, like not that. I guess it's the adventure is also her goal, but still, like I'm like seeing all these characters, Bondred, Wazukyan, and seeing Rico, and I'm getting like a weird sense of similarity between them. This type of a like a, I don't know, like a obsession with the abyss. Like, oh, I'm going to go more, I'm going to adventure more, this type of a thing, and I'm going to do anything and everything to reach that. Like obviously Rico is not like that, but this similarity between Bondred, Wazukian, and Rico makes me concerned of Rico's future, as to whether in the future Rico will also, I don't know, somehow become like this or something. Like that's a concerning thing that I'm thinking about now. Because if you think about it like that, Rico's also kind of like them, isn't she? The whole obsession part I'm talking about. Like I'm not talking about the other parts. Like obviously Rico would not do stuff that Bondred and Wazukian did, but that's only for now. What about in the future? If I don't know, if something happens and she herself changes, what about then? So yeah, it kind of is concerning a little bit, but that's in the future. But still, like this basically is the abyss. It makes people come here, it attracts people here, and people like kind of go like into like an obsession for the abyss. Yeah. Yeah. And in the end, like Wazukan kind of says like something more frightening and unfulfilled dreams waits beyond the gold. At the very least, realize your dreams and despair. Like I said, he basically said that, oh, like like you guys are screwed anyways, so at least have fun with the journey. That's basically what he said in the end. So yeah, like have fun, like up until the end, because at the end, what awaits you is despair. So at least have fun in the journey. And Rico's like, I don't think I like I'm not going to let it go that way. And Wazukan dies. So yeah, there you go. That's the end of Wazukan. Like he's kind of like Bondred if you think of it in that way, but at the same time he's just an unfortunate person who just like was just too obsessed with his dreams and would do anything to fulfill it. That type of a person. And that's why the similarity with Bondred. I said it before, like I have sense a huge type of familiar similarity with him and Bondred, and there you go. We can see it very clearly now. Like he's someone who can sacrifice his own self to reach the end of abyss, which is the same with Bondred as well. So these two are the same type of person. the methods are different, and the intensity of the things that they did were messed up in their own way. But inside, deep inside, they're also an unfortunate victim of the abyss. So yeah, nothing we can do about it. There you go. Like I said, like this show, does like such a good thing of actually showing us the reality of the world. Like everything is like, like in this world, everything is not good, or everything is not like, bad. It's like a mixture of good and bad, happiness, sadness. So every person who lives in this world will go through their fair share of hardships and happiness. And like within all of that, like we have to take in the good parts and move forward, strive forward, kind of like, kind of taking like, hold of the good parts and keep moving forward, like that. I don't know, like something like that. Like that's basically made in the abyss. Like it's like not everything is just, like there's sad parts, happy parts, despair inducing parts as well, but all in the same, it's a beautiful world at the end. Like that's the abyss. Like Vueko says, like darkness and light both are here. And I think something she kind of says that in the end. That's a very good line, like, section as well. I'll read that part as well. The my own, what that particular word she uses, my own warm darkness or something like that, she says, like talking about Irmiwi. That's like a very good representation of the abyss. Okay, after that, so there you go. That's, where Wazukian dies, and then we suddenly hear Faputa screaming. And since they are all part of the village, just like Faputa, and Faputa is the person who has the most value here. So they're like, yeah, we have to go, and we have to go to the princess. Like we have done a lot of things, taken away a lot of things from Irumui and the princess as well. So we should fulfill this duty. We have to go. And obviously everyone else is also like, Rico's like, oh, we'll also go. Everyone's ready. And okay, now after that, oh, there's a little section here where we get to see that the map, or not map, but the parchment that we saw in the marketplace, which we were not able to buy. Rico got it finally, because that diner lady, Mugi, I think that was her name. She kind of exchanged it with part of Faputa. So yeah, there was a little section of everyone kind of like, like just, like just kind of hugging and everything, like Ma was there and all. And okay, so after that, oh, then we kind of see Vueko kind of like, moving up. And here we can see that, oh, she's up until like, like when she was moving and everything up, she was thinking that, oh, what should I do in this situation? Like even that little girl is doing so many things, things about Rico and how she's taking her own decisions and everything. And while she's just stuck, she's still stuck there. She was never able to do anything for herself. But then she gets reminded of that day when she came out, and saw, like the whole, like, the group, Wazukian and everyone. That's the step that she took. And, even though that step took her towards like a whole new journey, which had a lot of bad sections as well, there was so many enjoyable parts of the whole journey as well. Like she met Irmiwi and like, had like a family, went on a journey, like she had a family, basically that. And that was like, not everything was bad, like there were so many good things as well. And that only happened because she was the one who took that step then and there. If she did not take the step and did not come out of that cave and met them, this wouldn't have happened. So, like she's thinking of all of that. And while, she was kind of going up, she starts bleeding. And like for a moment, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Is this because of the village or is it because of the curse? And then I realized like, oh, she's like, she never was like, everyone went inside the village and gave up their human form. Like Belav became that, Wazukian became that. That is why they were under the village's protection, and that is why they cannot go out of the village. They'll disappear. That's not the case with Vyako. So this is not because she's coming out of the village. This is because of the curse of the abyss. It's coming inside of that big hole, and that's when I realized, like, she starts kind of falling down and kind of becomes like, like starts dying and like, dissolving, and she's almost going to die. That's when that girl comes in. I forgot her name, that one-eyed girl. She comes in quickly and takes her and just throws her inside, and starts crying, and then she disappears. Now she disappeared because she came out of the village, like she was almost out of the village. There was that hole. I think that's basically what happened, because that was not the curse of the abyss. She disappeared completely. That was not the curse of the abyss. The curse of the abyss is what happened to Vyako. She just kind of dissolved and like kind of became like a blob of thing, mass. No, what happened to that one-eyed girl is she completely disappeared, which shows that she, like, that there's like a huge hole that's outside the village. So since she came close to that, she disappeared, because these are the types of entities who will cease to exist as soon as they come out of the village. And you know what, I hear this, and this moment I should have realized that no one from this village would survive by the end, because the village is getting destroyed, and that also means Ma's also going to die. Like, I should have realized it at this point, but honestly speaking, it never crossed my mind up until the very end, when I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, like the village is destroyed, so in no way ever would have Ma survived. There would have no chance, and even if she survived, Ma would have been stuck here in this village. She could not go somewhere else. That's the reality of this. So I should have expected that. But either way, she disappears, and like quickly Nanachi comes and takes Vyako in, and she sees like the curse coming in and all that, and yeah, and takes her and puts her on top of Majikaja, and they are on their way. While here Faputa is fighting, like she's getting like injured and regenerating again. And here Reg comes in, and Reg is like, I'm going to help you out. Obviously at the beginning Faputa is like, why are you here? Like, you as that same person who never kept the promise. And Reg is like, I'm sorry about that and all that. He's like, you have something else you have to do now. Yeah, go and do your duty. And Faputa goes ahead, while Riko uses Prushka. After using Prushka, she starts bleeding. I'm guessing this is like a little knockback effect on her, like a little side effect for using the relic so much. And Reg gets the power boost, and like he starts fighting and kind of pushing the things, trying to push the things outside the village. And yeah, so while all of this was happening, Faputa comes, and in front of all the villagers, she's like, she said like, like, I'm like, I have a duty and I'm going to do that. Faputa will devour you and learn of mother as she is now. Faputa will snatch away all the value that was left to mother. Mother's body will be destroyed, and those intruders will also fall and be crushed. So there you go. So like, as we know, to destroy the village, which is Faputa's goal, we need to destroy all the people inside the village, because they are also part of Irmiwi, so Irmiwi's value is also within them. So to destroy Irmiwi, she has to consume the villages, and that's like that's why she was like so hell-bent on killing all the villagers up until now. And she's going to do that, otherwise the village cannot be destroyed, and like these creatures are going to destroy everything. So basically no way other than this, like like they will have to, Faputa will have to kill everyone. Like there's no other way. Like either like this is how she like destroys the village, and the monsters will also die like this. Either do that, or like in the future some other monsters will come and destroy them. Like either of these choices. And obviously Faputa's goal is destroying the village, and that's what she's going to do. In that process obviously everyone will die, but yeah, that's her duty. Now obviously all the villagers also says that, yeah, you do that to us, do that on our behalf as well. Yeah, Mugi says that. Mugi's like, yeah, we're ready. Yeah. Now after that, we see Reg take these huge two things outside, and at first Reg was like, should I use my incinerator? And then he realizes that he'll go to sleep again, so he decides to do something else. He kind of uses his rotating hands to destroy that part. Those monsters fall down, and while that was happening, we see Faputa consuming everyone. And I was kind of concerned about like, what's the name, Ma, at this point. But we see Ma and Majikaja was left, like they were spared, because she gave them some other duties. Now, okay, after that, after consuming everyone, we see like those white blobs come out, and those things kind of enveloping the whole village and destroying it completely, while obviously Majikaja and everyone else is running away. And now while she was doing that, she sees all her mother's memories, like everything, like not like in the whole village's memories inside. And since Irumyuui is the village, all the residents' memories are also inside them, and she sees them, like kind of Mugi giving food to the other villagers, and everyone eating the food, all the villagers and everything, all their memories are coming inside her, and she starts crying, and she says like, I'll fulfill my duty. The whole village starts getting destroyed. Majikaja is running, Majikaja is running on top of him. Everyone is there. Okay, okay, one thing, I need to see this part. This part, I'll read this part, like here we get to see Vueko is thinking about something. So she sees the whole village getting destroyed. She says, I couldn't forgive myself. Obviously we know, because she, like she ate. There you go. Not for eating your children and living on. Okay, not because of that. Not for being unable to die with you. I was trying to keep my connection with you by not forgiving myself. Oh, that, okay. Okay, makes sense, because like if she forgave herself, she'll be liberated from the village. Like, since she was not able to forgive herself, she got that connection with Irumyuui. Like she was stuck inside that. I'm guessing that's what happened. I heard it for the first time inside you, a voice that couldn't be a voice. I couldn't tell anyone that what you really wanted was not only children. Everything faded away into homesickness. The only thing I could do was sure not to ever forget you. Okay, so I'm guessing it's kind of unclear, a little bit unclear in this part. At least I'm not able to understand properly. But as far as I could understand, she basically is saying that it's not only that she wanted children. That was not her only wish. There was something else as well, which is obviously we get to see Vueko's face for a moment there. I'm guessing, which kind of means that part of Irumyuui's wish was also Vueko's well-being. Like Vueko being like, okay, fine, that was also part of Irumyuui's wish. And like, as we remember, when Irumyuui was like when Irumyuui made that wish, no, I was going to say Vueko was sick at that moment, but Vueko became sick later on. Oh yeah, so like, as we get to see, like, there's so many like the whole thing of the cradle of desire, the whole mechanism of it was, if you make one wish, it'll come true. If you make multiple wishes, which gets entangled, it will become like a mess completely, and this is what's going to happen. That's why little children were given the duty to make wishes, because their wishes are straightforward and only one thing. As you go into adulthood, a lot of other wishes may get mixed with your initial wish, which makes it unsuccessful. But Irumyuui was the only person, like, who we thought the wish is going to come true, but it did not. It became like a messed up thing, because Irumi made multiple wishes at the same time, which was obviously, which I think is, she understands it now. She understands that it was not only wishes of having babies, but also wishes which were, some other wishes were also included in this, part of which was also a wish related to Vueko as well. Like we see Vueko's face there, and I'm guessing that kind of made her a little bit guilty, and she wanted to keep remembering Irumiri forever, and that's why she never forgave herself, keeping the connection with Irumiri. And you know, like that's probably what happened, and that's what she realized. Now after that, we see that Faputa is like, you know, like out of energy, and she kind of thinks about the whole scene of where she gave Majikaja and Ma the duty to keep eye on them. Like, you know, Majikaja is going to run away and Ma is going to keep an eye on Riko. But she's thinking here, she's like, I'm almost dying, I don't have any energy with me. If I ate them, I would have probably have my energy and I would not die in this moment. Like, she would not die, but she's immortal. But at least this wouldn't be my end. But then as soon as she thinks that, I knew that she was somehow going to be saved, because this is not how, like, you know, she's going to just go. So we see Reg just take her, you know, like take her and save her. And yeah, now after that we get to see Riko kind of give Ma like a little present, a little thing that she made, and Majikaja's leg has broken down, and Majikaja uses his last energy to feed or go inside Vueko, and I don't know, starts possessing Vueko for a moment. And you know, like she keeps, like, you know, starts helping them out to destroy the rocks and everything that was falling on them. And Reg is also helping out, protecting everyone. While here we see Riko, you know, like kind of leaning on Ma. Ma takes like, you know, the glasses, puts it on Riko, and like, you know, Riko was like, oh Ma, you're here. And she looks behind and she sees that Ma's not there. And here I was like, what is going on? Why is Ma gone? Where did he go? No, like I was like, oh no, like Ma was probably the only person like I never wanted to just disappear or die. But then I finally, like, as soon as we see they're out of the village, I finally realized, and it suddenly struck to me that, oh, like this was inevitable. Like, in no way would Ma or any one of the villagers would ever even exist outside the village, because they're stuck to the village. And as soon as the village got destroyed, that sealed their fate. No one would, like, you know, survive by the end. Like, I should have realized that then and there, but I didn't. And you know, like after seeing like that scene, I actually realized then that, yeah, in no way was Ma surviving, because she's part of the village and one of the villagers. Not only Ma, but no one from the village would exist. And obviously Vueko is still there, because Vueko was not a part of, like, she never became a part of the village, you know, she's the only exception. But obviously Vueko is also dying because of the curse of the abyss. And here Vueko comes to you know, Irumiri, not Irumiri, sorry, to Faputa. And you know, like she kind of has a little conversation with Faputa. And yeah, Nanachi tells Riko, for a moment Nanachi tells Riko that they've returned to the abyss from the eternal cradle. Yeah, and she kind of like thinks about Miti as well, because that's what happened to Miti as well. They've returned to the same path we are on. So you know, she says, Nanachi, it's alright, I'll always remember how they all helped us. Now here we get to see Faputa conversing with Vueko, and Vueko doesn't need to speak loud, you know, she can understand her even if she thinks about it. Now this is such an interesting thing that happens here, where Faputa realizes little by little that why did Vueko's name, like, you know, why did she not know Vueko up until she knew all of the villagers, you know, she knew about every one of them, and she knew all of them because they were like potential targets for her to destroy. But then Vueko's memory was not inside her. The reason behind it is that, you know, like her mom Irumiri never included Vyako inside the memories so that she never kills her. You know, Vyako was the only exception. You know, like she was the only one that her mom did not want to die. That's why her memory was not there at all. You know, she was not a potential target, and that's what Faputa realizes here. And he asks her about all the memories and what her mom was like, and Vyako starts talking about, like, you know, everything, and she says like, oh, she was shy, you know, she was curious, you know. She says like she was so warm, and then she kind of touches her, and she's like, oh, you're also warm. And yeah, and little by little she starts dying. Okay, in the end she says, Irmiwi, you know, I was happy. He said I have dark eyes. I see. That's why you saw me. That's why you found me. You changed me. And yeah, she then dies little by little. Oh boy. Yeah. Now obviously Faputa says like, I'm not going to do anything to her because, like, you know, she was, like, you know, Vyako was my mom, like, you know, my mom loved her, so I'm not going to consume her or do anything. And I knew that she was probably going to bury her or something after that. And yeah, then we see her burying her, you know, like, and she says how she knew about this being like a thing that they did to people who died, you know, as a, like, you know, like a kind of buried them and all, and that's what she's doing. And like makes a little grave, you know, on top of it. And here she starts talking about Gabu and starts crying because, you know, like Gabu's also not there with her. And when she sees that, like, Rico was going to say like, oh, you can come, you should come with us, but before that Rex, like, you know, kind of takes the initiative, and she's like, Faputa, you come with us, you know, like. And Faputa here obviously says like, what the hell are you saying, like, you know, you forgot about me and all that, you know, you don't even remember about anything. And she's like, you know, Rex says like, I don't even remember now, but the past me made that promise, and, you know, like, that's why, like, you know, I'm again telling you to come with us and let's go on the adventure, you know. And this is the same thing that she told before, I guess, you know, like, even though he has any memory of it, he still said the same thing again, which kind of shows that this is the same Reg, you know. Like, before he said something like, you know, let's go on an adventure, together, you know. Obviously I'm trying to find my Haku. After I find my Haku, you know, like, my Haku and me is going to help you out with your problem, and then we all will go on an adventure. That's what he said before. This Reg, he has amnesia, he knows nothing. He says the same thing again here. He says like, come, let's go on an adventure together, you know, like, now that we are all together, you know, and you also, your problem is also over, so let's go on an adventure together, come with us. Which is the same thing that he said and promised before. Even though he has amnesia, he says the same thing here again, which makes, you know, like, Faputa laugh, and she's like, oh, you have not changed. And she kind of goes to Rico and kind of says like, oh, you people must be the reason why, even though Reg don't remember anything, he's the same nice Reg. And then after that, you know, like, Faputa says like, I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to go and like, know the world, you know, like, roam the world, know about it, like, you know, like, see everything. And obviously Reg is like, wait, so you're not going to go with us? And she kind of laughs, and in the end she says that, I'll think about it. Which I guess this will be something like, you know, like, she'll probably go on her way, you know, like, and probably just, we're going to meet her now and then. That's probably what's going to happen. And, you know, our paths will cross and everything. And like, as soon as she says that, Reg just starts jumping on her. And she moves, and he's trying to grab her, you know, like, her tail and everything. And she starts laughing and jumping on top of Reg, on his head. I love how Nanachi's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like he'll like if it's fluffy enough, he'll go to anyone. It doesn't matter. Oh. And okay, now I'll read this final section here. This little, okay, where is that part? The little section that Vueko narrates. Okay, never to return beyond the yearning for home. Within the true darkness, there certainly was a light that no one could find. Yeah, this is the same thing that Vueko said. Like, like Irmi was that, like that light inside the darkness that she found. But not a single person could take hold of it. The gold that was born of you is free from the yoke called value and is now about to set off. Despite knowing that love itself is a curse, despite knowing that the path leads only to darkness. Yeah, but that is probably why it is so dazzling. What a nice, like, little message here. Like, let's say that even though, where's that part? Free from the yoke called value. Okay, this one is about to set off. Okay, despite knowing that love itself is a curse, despite knowing that the path only leads to darkness. Yeah, like even though then the path only leads to darkness, that is probably why it's so dazzling. Yeah, so yeah, like this is basically the abyss, this is what the Vueko says. Like everyone knows the dangers and everything of this place, and they still move forward even after knowing everything, all the darkness and the little gold, or the little light they are able to find inside that darkness. Since everything is so dark, it makes it so much more dazzling, which is such an interesting thing. Like basically they're jumping into like a dark well, like a dark place, to find that one dazzling thing, which makes it even more valuable because the surroundings is so much dark. Like it's kind of, like makes, like if everything was full of light, if you find a very shiny thing, you won't be able to understand its value because everything around you is also so bright. But the abyss is not like that. The abyss is like a dark, sad place, and that's why the things that we find here, the little gold or the little light that we find inside there, is so much more valuable because its surrounding is so dark. That's why it is so much more dazzling, the little things that we find there. So basically that, like that type of a thing they kind of say in the end. And yeah, that is where it ended. So wow. Now, like I said, I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing this is like a manga. Is this like is the source material a manga? Let me check. I think so, because I don't think I've ever heard of like a light novel for Made in Abyss. I don't know. Like, wait a minute. You know what? Let me check. Okay, Made in Abyss. All right. Adaptation. This is this? Yeah, it's a manga. Yep. So okay, the source materials are actually a manga. So I'm guessing that, I'm not sure how much the manga is ahead of this. If it has like a lot of, if it's ahead by a lot, then we'll probably get like a season very soon. If not, we'll have to wait again, I guess, for the manga to go a little bit more ahead, and then we'll probably again get like a season for this, a sequel. But like I'm guessing this, for now, this show is quite popular now, like a lot of people knows about this show, so hopefully we get another season, and like this continues, because yeah, like obviously there'll be, I'm guessing we're going to go more deeper, and there'll be so many much more like sad things, and so many much so many other things will happen, like a lot of sadness, a lot of darkness, but still have to move on, like the end goal of finding Liza and all that. Yeah, so there you go, that's it. That was my reaction to Made in Abyss season 4, sorry, what the hell am I saying, season 2, episode number 12. This was the final episode, and yeah, it ended, like I never expected any one of them to survive. I kind of thought that maybe Faputa will survive, and that's what happened. I was kind of wishing that Ma would survive, but nah, I should have realized it, that, as soon as the village gets destroyed, Ma will also disappear. Like, nothing you can do about it. But yeah, like, thankfully, like, Nanachi, Rico, Reg, Mania, and also Faputa are safe. So, that's the good thing that came out of this. And, we move on. We move on with the journey. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So there you go, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until, obviously, another seasonal anime will replace this. I've already posted a video on which animes I react to, seasonal animes, so you can check that out. It's on my channel. And yeah, so there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.